Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk to you about something that was sent to me. It's really interesting and I think it's going to change your mind about lighting.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow.
So today we're talking about the ZHIYUN Constant-Aperture C100. Now, this isn't your traditional tube light. It's got a few tricks up its sleeve, so let's get into it. This is the Constant-Aperture C100. Now, as you can see, it looks a little different than most tube lights. Now, what it does come with that is game-changing are going to be these barn doors. Now, as you know, light really needs to be able to be controlled. Having this, that you can take this on or off, but control the light is, to me, amazing. The fact that it's 100 watts, it's giving you a lot of light, but I want to show you all the things that came with it so you understand. So this comes on and off, but in comparison, this is the kind of smaller NAND light to give you an idea of the size of it. This is compact enough to be able to put it in a bag, not worry about it. And the additional features of this light is really what I really love about it. The fact that I can hook it up like a traditional kind of professional light. I can add my mounting point back here. And what I can do is once I hook this up to like a C-stand or anything that I want, I can take this off. This comes with it, not this, but this clip itself comes with it. So I can go handheld with this. If I'm doing a walking or a tracking shot and I just want to hold it, I can put a little handle. I've got 1/4 here, 1/4 there, and I'm solid and good to go. The other things that I wanted to talk about is you've got the power options here. So the C100 will last about 54 minutes at 100 watts, at 50 watts, 129, and at 20 watts, 338 minutes. So this is going to be a perfect light to bring for an interview. Just think about that, just for the power itself. Maybe a small little hair light just to accent, and you're good to go. So fitting this into your bag, this is going to give you some great opportunity. And again, the power of the light is where it's at. And then having the ability to control this is really, really nice. So to power this thing on, really simply, just double tap, and that'll cycle on the actual light, as you can see. And right now we have this setting at, let me just make sure we're not too high here. So we are at 56 Kelvin. And this right now is at 3%. Right now it's at 3%. And if I go all the way up, so let's get this thing up to 100%. So we've got 100% light right now. Now you can see if you had this as a tube light, and if we want to kind of compare the two to like a basic tube light and what goes on with that, I just want to show you this. Let me bump this up and make this at the highest. So this is your traditional tube light. Let's turn this down. Let's turn this down all the way down. So it's pretty much, the power is going to be about 15% of this power here compared to 100% on this. This battery won't last you more than 45 minutes, an hour, something like that. Again, great lights, super light, compact, but you're not getting a lot of light here. Now, if I want to show you the difference between controlled light and then light that just kind of spills everywhere. So if I bring this down and I have this light, now this light is pretty much hitting this. It's hitting everywhere. If I take this light off right now, and again, let me turn this off. I don't want this to last for 20 minutes. So let me turn that off, put that aside here. And then we get this light here. Now, I can have that light kind of shine on everything, or I can really hone it in on a specific spot there. Now, it's really harsh right now, and they've got some really great accessories that go onto this light. Let me show you what those look like. My favorite, honestly, is going to be this. So this is the diffusion that you can put directly on this light. And I just want you to see kind of the power of it. I'll turn the lights off, you'll see. So let me just put that on here. And basically, what you do is you just open up the panels, make sure that it connects on the corners. And now I've got this light. So right now we are at 15%, but you're getting this really kind of nice, soft light, right? If you look, even that's kind of blown out because there's a lot of light going on. Let's turn off my lights here, and then let's see how I can use this starting at 15%. So now, lights are completely off. And, you know, light off me right now is there. And you can see pretty powerful. And again, let me double check what this, where this is at. So this is now at 13%. Let me bring that even lower. So now it's at 5%. So 5%, but look at that back, how much it's lighting this up. Look at this, for example, really soft, nice kind of light that's coming in. And I can easily light an interview with this if I wanted to. Now I'm going to take this and bring it off a little bit, and I'll back up so you can see what that looks like. But let me power it a little bit more. So, and I can do this actually through the app. So let me kick on the app a second. Give me a second. Let me get my phone. So I'm just using their app now. I'm just going to kick this thing on. I already set up this light. It took 2 seconds. The app's great. Doesn't crash. Works as expected, which is kind of a rarity these days. Let's see if we can get this thing kind of kicking on. Okay, so we have this now at about 6% now. So 6% on this light. Let's move the light over and see what we can do if we can just mount this light and just use this light alone. So let's see what that looks like. Give me a second to set that up. All right, so now all we have is just that C100. Not sure if you can see that, but right now it's only at 6%. Let's bring that up now. And as you can see, I'm at 50% right now. 50%, and that's at 56 Kelvin. Maybe I can bring that down a little bit. And again, if I wanted to have a little bit more diffusion with this lamp, I think it would be great, and it's easy kind of to accomplish. But just to give you an idea of how strong this light is, and I'll just bump this up for the hell of it to 100%. So this is now at 100%, which is, it's pretty strong for this little light. Let's bring it down now. About there, I think is natural. Now, if I wanted to go in, for example, and now work around some of the colors, if I wanted to add some really, different looking thing here, I can go through here and then cycle through the colors. You'll see it'll start changing. So, I can go ahead and, do all the things you can do with a lot of lights here, and really control the lighting situation here. I love using this for products because I can create the brand background. Just with a light backdrop, I can change the colors to match my brand. So basically what I can do is I can do the color picker, shoot the brand color, and then use that as my backdrop, which I truly, truly enjoy and is a huge plus. So again, if we go back to just a basic setting here, and you've got quite a few things here. You've got the OCT gel presets. You've got, CCT, basically almost like a color checker. So if I go into here and let's say I want to match my skin tone, right? I click on match. It did all the work for me. So the way it feels right now is 4750. And this feels good to me. It feels natural, nice color. Again, if you see where the light is, it's only maybe 2.5 feet for me, 3 feet. And the camera is right kind of next to it. It's where my other lights are. Now, if I turn my other lights on, you'll see, obviously, it's going to create a very different thing. So let's turn that light off. Let's turn this light off. Let me go back into this. Okay, so now I have the C100 light off. we'll compare the two. So this is with an Aperture 120D old school, and then we've got an accent light that's coming from behind me. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pop in now the C100 light. Hang on. And what did we say? About 42%. So there you go. And in the Aperture light that I have here has a grid on it. It has 2 layers of diffusion. This one just has that 1 layer of diffusion. But I guarantee you, if I add some diffusion in front of this, I'm going to get a much, much softer light. Now, I may lose a few stops of light, but I'm going to get a really softer look. Let's try that. All right, so now we have some basic diffusion here, and the light is now at 43%. Let's get this light really bumped up. And as you can see, you know, at 60, 70%, I mean, we've got a nice soft light, and I think this would be great for interviews, great for studio, great for outdoors if you need that additional light. And again, it's about how long this light actually lasts. And I think that's where the key is, being able to control it. So speaking of controlling light, they also sent a grid, which is really nice and really helps kind of control the light the way that I like. So that's nice. This attaches onto the light itself, and that gives you another option to control more light. Again, we have the diffusion, you have the grid that comes with it, and then you have this which comes off the light. If you just want to use this basically like a regular kind of tube light, this can come off and you just kind of snap that off. And it's also nice because it kind of protects the light as you go. Now this thing has a ton of fans on here. I think there's 6 fans in here. There's a little heat sink in there to control the heat. It's not loud at all. I'll turn it on so you can hear for yourself. So that's the fan basically going here. Again, this light is extremely powerful for what you're getting. Is it worth it? I think so. I mean, this is one of those lights where, you know, for me, the more light I have, the more control I have over whatever the scenario might be. And that really, really helps. Kind of like with every shoot that I have now options, and I can mount this to a wall. I have clips that'll grab this, attach it to everything. And I've tried already like 5 different ways to kind of mount it, and it works great. What I'll do is I just want to show you some ideas of how strong it is in kind of a smaller studio product setting, just to give you an idea of how that lighting works and how, you know, having some of that soft light, you know, works to your advantage, and how much you can bounce and change backdrops. So it gives you a ton of versatility. Again, I don't get that excited over every little thing that comes out, but these are those small pieces that you build up, and after a while you're like, I know what I need. I have this thing. This is perfect. It's going to last me just long enough to do 1, 2, 3 shorter interviews, maybe 1 or 2 longer interviews. And all I have to do is pack this and then additional little accent light or a hair light, small little lights that I can kind of take along with me. And I've got like lighting packages that I can take with me. You can connect this to another light and make a much bigger version of this. So you're looking at like 200 watts. And again, you have the app that you can use so you can mount it really high and not have to worry about it. That's not a big deal. The RGB on here is fantastic, great, super powerful. Like I said, I'll show you on a backdrop what it looks like, just so you can get an idea how I can control that light back here. You know, and overall, there's a lot of technical specs on the website, and we'll see if we can get a discount for the light. And again, being that, you know, so many new things have come out in NAB and other situations, they didn't pay me for this. They sent it out for me just to check out. If I liked it, do a review. If I didn't like it, I didn't really have to do anything. So really like this light. Again, thanks ZHIYUN for sending this out. And please follow, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.
What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. But you know,